In 1999, the Group of 20 or G20 is an international collective consisting of the world's major established and emerging economies. The G20 serves its purpose as a forum where heads of states and governments from around the world gather to address global issues which are mainly related to the economy, such as financial stability, trades, policies, and sustainability. Each year, the presidency of G20 rotates from one country to another. The announcement of Indonesia's G20 presidency. The appointment of Indonesia as the 2022 G20 presidency was announced 2 years ago, when the G20 summit took place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, from 21 to November 22, 2020. The handover procession itself was held 1 year ago at the G20 summit that was held in Rome, Italy, from October 30 to 31, 2021. This is the first time Indonesia is given trust to host the G20 summit since its formation in 1999. This is a very special moment for this country, because with Indonesia as this year's G20 presidency, it's a perfect opportunity to encourage the world to fulfill the policies that can trigger the world's economic recovery. In addition, the G20 summit in Indonesia can also provide significant economic, social, and political benefits for the country. This was confirmed by the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy of Indonesia, Sandiaga Uno. He said that this event could serve as a momentum of revival for the country's tourism and creative economy sectors. The road to G20 summit. On its way to the G20 summit, Indonesia has attempted to plan and establish a number of agendas and series of activities. Approximately, there are around 150 meetings to be held in 19 cities throughout Indonesia. Series of main agendas of the G20 Indonesia presidency include the summit, ministerial and central bank governor level meetings, financial track, Sherpa level meetings, Sherpa track, deputy level meetings, working group level meetings, engagement group meetings, program, side events, as well as the Road to G20 Indonesia 2022 program. These meetings will be attended by around 21,000 delegates from various parts of the world. To welcome the G20 summit, the Ministry of Communication and Information, Cominfo, has also launched an e-book containing all of the interesting information about the G20 entitled G20 PEDIA. With the launch of this e-book, the Indonesian government hopes that it can increase public understanding about the importance of G20. The main topics of G20 Indonesia. The topic that will be the focus of this year's G20 are the financial track and Sherpa track meetings. On the Sherpa track meetings, several important issues will be raised, including agriculture, anti-corruption, digital economy, sustainable energy, investment, employment, health, environment, development, as well as trade. Meanwhile, in the financial track meeting, a number of issues that will be raised are going to revolve around the topic of fiscal, tax, and monetary policy. There are 6 prioritized agendas that will be discussed at the financial track meeting, namely the exit strategy for economic recovery, finding ways to overcome the scarring effect of the economic crisis, digital payment systems, sustainable finance, financial inclusion, as well as international taxation. The location of G20 Summit. The G20 Summit is planned to be held in the Nusa Dua, Bali. For that reason, the Indonesian government has prepared a number of infrastructures to welcome the arrival of the G20 members and delegates who will attend this special meeting. The highway connecting Igusti Ngurah Airport with the Nusa Dua area has been rearranged and adorned with many kinds of flowers as well as mangrove trees. The Nusa Dua area itself already has 2 convention centers. These convention centers will be used as the venue for the G20 Summit. 16 starred hotels and 3 luxury villas with exclusive services and facilities are also ready to accommodate around 21,000 delegates. Thanks for your attention for my content. I hope it will give you a lot of information, and we must support our country that would choose for G20 this year's.